All right. All right, Darksiders, happy 4th of July weekend for those of you all who are in the U.S. Let's talk about the Tomorrow War. There will be mild spoilers in this, but I'm going to assume that some of you all have not seen it, so I'll try not to ruin it too much for you, but you are forewarned. Please make sure that you stay to the end of this video because I do have something important that I want to share with you at the end of this video. So listen. Here's the thing, Darksiders. The Tomorrow War is an entertaining movie.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
But it's not a good movie. Now, if you love Chris Pratt, you probably will like this, and I happen to be a big fan of his, so it was really nice seeing him in something new. But this movie has so many problems, from the writing to some of the plot holes, that it really does make it a movie that is not a very good movie from an execution standpoint. But the entertainment factor of this is high. You will be entertained when you watch this movie. I found the pacing pretty on point given the length of this film, which it is long, but the pacing was good for the type of world building that they did and the time travel that went back and forth in the future. There are some things that happen in this movie that are pretty monumental, but they don't explain how or why they happened, and that was a bit of a problem for me as well. The attempted humor in this movie was a bit misplaced given the gravity of the situation. Now, wait a minute, Darksiders, I know what you're saying. Sometimes, Al, sometimes stuff is so heavy, you got to break it up with a little bit of humor, some laughter, to give it a little bit of levity. And I get that, but the humor in this is misplaced in the sense that it's a bit too much, and it doesn't really fit the tone of the movie.
You're gonna die in hell. All of you! You are gonna die!
And that hurts the movie, in my opinion. I also thought that the writing in this was pretty bad in some places, which was a little discouraging given the amount of talent that was in this film. J.K. Rowling is in this as well as Chris Pratt. So overall, I thought the Tomorrow War was not a bad film in terms of entertainment value, but the technical part of the film of Tomorrow War is really where it suffers. Now, I do have to say that the visuals in this are pretty impressive. There were some spotty shots with the CGI, but overall, the visual impact of this was impressive, so I do have to give it some love for that. The visual storytelling does complement the story as a whole, even though the film as a whole is not a good film, but you will be entertained. Darksiders, that much I can say. So if you like Chris Pratt and you like this type of film, which did remind me a lot of Edge of Tomorrow, even though Edge of Tomorrow is a much better film. Now, I want to share this with you, Darksiders. So I am probably going to start a different channel or a separate channel because I promised you. I made a promise to the Darkside community that I would not do certain rants on this channel when we've touched on controversial topics that have been political or social as it relates to film. I've done a few things on this channel, and you guys by and large have actually responded pretty well to those things, but I did also another video, which you guys can check out on the channel, where I said I wasn't going to do that here because I didn't want this to be a place of complaint, right? That's not how we started, and I don't want to build the community out in that fashion. But here's the problem, Darksiders. I'm finding myself just having this burning desire, despite some of the advice that I've gotten from the Darkside community and my own family, and Lord knows I love you all both, about responding to the madness. I just see these things that are shared as it relates to TV and film, and these ideologies or these aspects or these ways of thinking about what's going on in TV and film today. And some of you all know my position on some of these things, but I gotta get them out of me, right? Like, I can't let them just sit in me. It's killing me. So I'm gonna start another channel where we will talk about TV and film, but we will talk about the political aspects or the social implications of what's going on in TV and film, and I'll share my positions on those things over on that channel. You can find a link to that channel in the description of this video. Now, depending on when you see this video, there may or may not be content on that channel as of yet, but you can click the link to subscribe to the channel if you want to hear me get into that stuff. Thank you guys so much. I love you more than you realize. To all of the OG Darksiders, all of the new Darksiders, you are the best. I will see you on the next video. Peace.